So how do you get the elastic casings to look so professional? I'll show you how. Hey, Chanel here with another SewBit, bringing you weekly videos to help you with your fashion sewing projects. Get better and better and be more creative. So be sure to subscribe. So I just made these pants for my husband for Christmas, and I stole them out of his closet today. He's probably looking for them right now. Oops. But I did a real simple elastic casing on here and then just stitched the elastic down just right in the middle. And in my school we do an elastic skirt, A-line skirt, and we put elastic casing in there. It takes about a half hour to build that. And then I always want to show my students how to sew this down, but they're afraid of it. They just don't think the needle goes through elastic, but it's pretty simple. I don't have some elastic here, but I'm going to show you how to do that. We'll start with a real simple casing, sew it together in case you don't know how to do that, and then I'll show you how to stitch it down. You'll have it looking just like this. Actually, here's some I like flamingos. There's a lot of flamingos here, but this one they have it sewn down twice. And here's another flamingo. I didn't realize they had flamingos everywhere. But this is, again, sewn down twice right here, and really simple to do. Takes another like 2 minutes. All right, I'll show you how to do it. Okay, to start, I thought I would show you a simple way to make a casing. It's like if this were a skirt, you would actually mark, like I have a seam stitched here, you would mark from the raw edge. I actually have this folded in here. Raw edge. When we make our skirts, I do 2 inches, but it depends on what your pattern says. If it pattern says 1 1/4 marked down, I always kind of add a little bit more, especially because it gives a little room for mistake. So you'd actually add to the top of the pattern and maybe 1 1/2 to 2 inches up. But this one's about 2 inches. So from the raw edge to this first fold is 2 inches. So you mark it all the way around. Then you press it to the inside like that. So you're actually marking on the outside. And then if you turn this inside out, right here, here's your seam here. Then you mark down another 1/2 inch for this little fold here, and that's the part that's just going to kind of make the nice seam. And then you actually press that all the way around, just a 1/2 inch down, like that. So just a 1/2 inch. So it looks like this. Just a simple casing. And now I'm going to go and stitch right along that fold close to the edge so the elastic has room to fit in here, and then I'll draw the elastic through and show you how to stitch that casing down. Okay, got that sewn. Just sewed it close to that fold. And now got a piece of elastic. So also if you're gonna measure elastic, a lot of patterns have an elastic guide in there that'll give you an idea of how your elastic is, but you never know. Some elastics are more stretchy than the other. I say you just put it around your waist, just put it around, stretch it to where it's comfortable, and then just put a overlap, a 1 inch overlap on there, because then it's going to get sewn together right there. So you don't just, you have to actually stretch it around you, like give it a little bit of stretch, like it was how you're going to wear it. If you just put it this way, you won't have any of the stretch. So that's how you want to do that. Now I'm going to put a safety pin on both ends right here, and then you draw it through the opening. And one is for every once in a while these get away, and then you have to go fishing for it. You have to take it all out and redo the whole thing. So I think I have another video that shows this elastic casing in here. Wow, I got it pretty tight there. If you have like a 1 inch elastic, you want to have at least like an 1/8 to 1/4 of an inch ease in there so that you can draw it through. Looks like I barely made it. I didn't even measure it. I just kind of doing a sample. So I'm going to bring it through here. Also, sometimes when you're bringing it through, the safety pin can get stuck under these seams. So what I do is I bow it, that seam like that a little bit, and then feed the elastic through right there, because they'll get stuck. Where's it at? Under those seams. So that's what, a lot of times my students are doing that. It's stuck and they don't understand why. So sometimes when you understand why, you can fix it. Okay, this is very strong elastic. It's not the usual elastic I use in skirts. It's very stiff. I like the softer elastic. So then you take the safety pins out, make sure it's not twisted. That. Make sure it's not twisted, then you just overlap it here. And then I would get a pin, I don't have one, but I'll go to the machine, and I pin it there, and then you just sew it in a box. You can sew right through elastic. So I'm going to do that. I'll be right back. Okay, simple little box. That's all it is. Then you draw it through here, all the way, like that. And then you're going to go and close up the hole. Actually, it's always good to try it on about now, make sure, and especially if you're going to sew this elastic down, you really want to try it on, because there's an easy way to actually take it out, but people are afraid of that one. I actually can yank it out. Depends on the fabric. But now I'm going to take you to the sewing machine and show you how I stitch that down. Okay, first thing we want to do is take off this tray so that the fabric can roll through there. And I'm going to close up the hole there. Just a little reverse stitch. Close it up. And then we got to stitch the elastic down. I always clip all these threads off so I don't get caught in the next stitching. Now we want to kind of even this piece up here, let this roll through here. If it's a real big one, you might want to quarter it, kind of put pins and balance this all out. I'm actually going to start at the side seam here. I'm going to put it on the basting stitch because I want it to move really fast. I'm just going to get it started right here, and I'm going to pull. Well, I'm kind of pulling in the back a little bit too, and I'm pulling from the back here too. I'm just going to sew real quick. I'm not pulling it too fast because then the needle will break. It'll take the tip of the needle right off, but I'm just going to move it like that and bring it back through here because it's moving through here. Oops, there, it means my needle got stuck right there. Pull it. Needle down. Pull again. This elastic's very tough. It's good when the needle is down, you can really pull it. And you meet up to the second, to that first one, little reverse stitch, pull it out. There, you have it. Right there. Just stitches right down on the elastic, and it keeps it from rolling around and all too, so it's really great to do that. And a basting stitch right here, so if you had to clip it out, it's easy to take it out. You can also just pull the elastic and then you can get it out. Looks like that elastic will stay very rubbery for a long time. This is tough elastic. Sometimes you want to get a little softer elastic. Well, there you have it. Who knew you could sew down elastic? Who would have thunk it? It's pretty simple. So, if there's anything I can answer for you, please leave me a comment down below, and maybe I can make a video about your question. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you in the next SewBit.